Institutional development has a lot to do with the relationship building. And as I will say, I might mention today, a lot of what we do has been that link. In summary, innovation and agribusiness entrepreneurs for institutional and national development is that art or process through which agribusiness institutions harness the power of technology and entrepreneurship and creativity. And in this case, I will lean on our young people to enhance national and global development. And there lies an important role for academic institutions. It is in the interest of our academic institutions to relate to those who are in the labor market so that they can understand the unemployment or even employment dynamics. Agribusiness education and teaching is an important factor that boosts up the economic status of the nation. Proper training and conducting awareness programs where the keys to determine the agripreneur intentions for those who are ready to incorporate the innovations and creativity in the agribusiness process with the help of a technical background. Of course, this task doesn't come easy, but I think we can all rise to the challenge. If we are able to produce more agribusiness entrepreneurs, we can easily dominate agribusiness challenges forever. But government has a role. And I'm glad to see wealth creation here and other government officials. Is having a growing impact on the course of agricultural policy formulation in many countries. Science and technology parks represent an infrastructure which is easier for small agri-enterprises to overcome difficulties inherent in the initial startup period. But these are few and thin. For example, in Uganda, Industrial Research Institute, URI, is the first, and if I'm not mistaken, so far the only public business incubation hub that facilitates business idea generation and growth in Uganda. I know that some academic institutions have it, and I know that our dear Vice Chancellor just mentioned it as one of the key ventures for the university. We also know that Makerere University also has an incubation hub. But these institutions, however, are still challenged by various infrastructural, technological, and financial needs required to run fully fledged agribusiness hubs. Government could provide incentives and regulatory frameworks to allow these and more institutions to support idea generations, creativity and innovation for youth-owned businesses without the hassle sometimes of taxes and hefty finances required for product certification. You heard the Vice Chancellor say, next time we are here, we shall be enjoying all of the products from that hub. Government, therefore, must provide a conducive and enabling policy environment for agribusiness entrepreneurship in educational institutions so that they may flourish. But there is another third actor in the course of our work that we realize that is also pivotal in this endeavor. In order to address the current labor market needs, it's critical for education institutions to establish formal relationships with the private sector players. With an expanding internet connectivity and a tech-savvy population, Africa is set to become the next destination for digital entrepreneurs. Experts advise that the proper application of technology can easily turn the tide on unemployment and contribute economic sidelining of African youth. Some African governments have also realized that untapped opportunities in the technology sector are therefore assisting their young population to maximize on these opportunities. We've seen that in Kenya, we have programs that support computers for children in primary schools. The impact of this digital training, for sure, has already come, with countless take-ups emerging almost on a daily basis. And we have also seen global tech companies, many of them, including Google and others, that are beginning to visit us in Africa and see those opportunities. In June 2017, Google announced plans to train 10 million Africans on online skills over the next 5 years with the aim of improving their employability. In July 24, 2017, Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba Group, concluded a maiden tour to Africa, where he met with many young. In recognition of the importance of the role of the private sector, we've seen universities such as the one we are here today, hosting us today, has established partnerships with various public and private institutions and companies. An example of their relationship with Rural Forum, funded by MasterCard, has given birth to brilliant ideas and businesses in the agribusiness incubation. They include a number of innovations, and I have the list qualified to mention. But our dear Vice Chancellor told us a number of things that we shall see here next time we come. But what has been our role as AMSI Foundation? In Uganda, AMSI Foundation is running a program dubbed as Skilling Youth in Agribusiness, so we call it SKY. I think there is a name over there. AMSI is implementing SKY in 4 farming zones. Uganda. SKY is a tailor-made market-based agricultural program designed to address challenges in agribusiness involvement, agriculture and employment of youth in the agribusiness sector. The overall goal of SKY is to enhance sustainable creation of employment of youth in the agribusiness sector and build capacities of agro institutions. The project is implemented through partnerships with private agribusinesses and agricultural training institutions and skill providers. That is how our relationship started with Bishop Stuart. The project, in collaboration with strategic partners with the key agribusiness private sector players, facilitates capacity building initiatives of skill providers to deliver market-responsive skills through an infrastructural development, improvements, and entrepreneurship trainings. The project facilitated and supported skilling-related infrastructure developments in a number of institutions, both private and public. The project, as one of its key approaches, facilitates the linkage between private sector players and the training institutions. And why do we do that? We do that because we know the technology lies in the private sector. And for us, as non-government organizations or as universities, sometimes we are not able to cope with the changes in these technologies. However, the private sector also provides the place, the market, for both the goods and skills. Therefore, they have a shared interest in ensuring that our youth acquire the proper and adequate skills to be able to meet the demand of the labor market for the future. That's why we found the private sector as a very important and pivotal component in our program. But we realized that our target group, the youth, as I earlier mentioned, agriculture is not one of their rosy and fancy words. So we took that into consideration. What did we do? We designed approaches that could be convinced that agriculture could be worthwhile. One of those approaches is what we call earn as you learn, a model which allows students to work within the learning environment to establish income-generating projects. And we have examples for where we've worked. Kitagata Farm Institute and others, we have these examples there. Then we also had an issue of the mindset, where many of our young people believe agriculture, no, that's it in our hands. So we have programs within secondary schools that try to change that mindset. And we have seen very beautiful results. If some of you go to some of these schools around here, Maryhill, Nyakasura, probably the central region, Gayaza, we were surprised ourselves from the results that we got. But that mindset change was through a program that combined sports and agriculture. They attract a lot of examples of these young people, some of them actually in secondary school, that pay their own fees because of this program. In Bishop Stuart saying this, we don't only stop at technical skills. We also educate the heart. And if you are employed to work, that qualification, that technology, that technique will not be useful to any of us. So as a key value, AMSI Foundation looks at the centrality of the person, whether when we work with institutions. Maybe it could have also been our center of attraction when we met so a common interest. So it's not just all about training or skills or even money, but the person and their value. The aim of this training is to make everyone recognize that the value and dignity of the person is prime in our work. And I'm also gratified when I was reading Agenda 2030, it also mentioned the value of the person. So this is a global interest. It's not only an interest. We have trained most of our partners, and we also see results in this area. But allow me to say a few examples of the results of our work. If I am to sit here and give all the examples, probably I will spend the next 1 hour. They love their job and they are sought after because they will come to your farm, diagnose your crops, and give you a solution. They are not far from the Uber. They are almost getting there. We also have production and packaging of organic pesticides and fertilizers. This has even been done in some of the schools where we are. Mary Hill, Tororo Girls. You know, we insist on working with secondary schools even before they get into employment because we want to change their mind on agriculture. In one of the schools, Vijiju Science School in Kampala, when we first worked with them, they had an agricultural class of 2 students. By the end of the year, it had 50. Because the students could see the beauty of the work that they are doing. In that school, they do vertical farming. So instead of planting flowers and decorating their walls with something else, they decorate them with crops that they can use, that they can feed on. And they manage to reduce their costs of food by just doing that agriculture. And then the school buys from the students. I think we have a similar story in Mary. So overall, I want to conclude and say clearly, I didn't want to be the deliverer of bad news by giving you statistics that haunt your heart. But I wanted to say that we do have opportunities. If we work in a certain way, if we support certain initiatives, if we all put our minds together, if we use the technologies that are available to us to be able to develop our country. And I'm not one of those people where I say in Kampala, they say government yetuyambe. I don't know how you say it in Runyakole. The government should help us. Well, the government should help us as we take advantage of the opportunities that we have. And why do I say that? When we use and profile private sector organizations, we don't look for Google. Maybe Google will find us. We don't look for Mukwano because maybe it's not there in Kitagata. We usually look for the local private sector initiatives and see what innovations and technologies they have. And we try to see how those innovations can be useful for our youth. Thank you very much.